So imagine seeing in front of you the top fitness celebrities of the world, right? So C.T. Fletcher, Mike Rashid, Bradley Martin, the Baileys. And now you have this urge to allow your mentor, Elliott Hulse, to meet them because the environment is such that they're not meeting. So this is the energy, the pain I went through about a year ago. So we went to Miami. It was the opening of the Iron Addicts gym. It's Mike Rashid's gym. I think they closed now. There's some steroids scandal or something. Anyway, so I was in contact with Mike Rashid, and he personally invited us, so me, Elliott, Chris, the whole team of Strength Camp, to see the opening of this gym, Iron Addicts gym. So Elliott came with the entire crew. I was there, Jibbin was there, Sir Symmetry. We were all there, and the interesting thing is that CT and Elliott are the OGs of the fitness industry, right? Everyone follows these two guys, but they have never met live. They've never met in person. And so my impression was that they're gonna meet and they're gonna like hug and they're gonna just share this amazing experience of helping so many kids over the last decade. And what did I see? So me and Jibbin got there a bit early, me and Sir Symmetry. Elliott and them had come a little bit later, right? So I'm there at the Iron Addicts gym. We do this little, with all the little exhibitions and supplements and all that stuff. And now it is time for, right before taking photos, it's time for like the announcement where CT, grabs a mic and says, yeah, you better motherfucking lift and all this stuff he says, like he uses like motherfucker 5 times in a sentence. He's about to do his spiel. And Elliott is in the back watching, right? So it's Elliott, Chris, Danny, Josh, and another person was there. I don't remember, but it was like 4 or 5 people there, and then Jibbin, and then me, right? So we're there sort of in the front row, and I see Elliott and them in the back. And my thought is, because I always have this urge to bring people together, merging groups, merging sets. Like I always have this deep need to meet and just like my mom tells me these stories where when a relative would come to our house when I was a child, I would hide their shoes so they don't leave. And I would even sometimes put their shoes in the fridge, so there's no way they can find the shoes, right? So I have this deep soul urge to bring people together, to meet new people, right? Welcome new people into my life, into my story, into my movie. So what I wanted to do is welcome Elliott and CT into my story as I see it in my life. So I had my soul in this game here, and I had to bring them together. So what did I do? So now Elliott is all the way in the back, so I bring him close to me. So now me and Elliott, I'm like, hey man, come over here. I went and fucking grabbed his hand because he's shy, right? Elliott's shy, right? He's not like Tyler or something, right? He's shy. So now he's standing right next to me, and Elliott's lost a little bit of his mass over the years because he's doing more yoga and meditation and stuff, and now he's again lifting. He's gonna gain all the mass back, but at that time he had kind of became a little small. So now I'm standing with Elliott. All of the other guys are still in the back, and I see CT, the Baileys, Mike Rashid, all these guys just about to do the speech, and Elliott's not there. And I have this deep pain and suffering that why aren't these people together? Why aren't they hugging? Why aren't they loving each other? Why? So what do I do? So let me tell you a story first. So Elliott's there, and I see these couple of guys looking at Elliott like that, right? And they're like, we know this guy, and I sense this in them, and one of them is ballsy enough, comes up to Elliott, it's like, are you Elliott Hulse? And Elliott's like, uh-huh. And he's like, holy shit, Elliott, wow. And nice to meet you, shakes their hand, it shakes his hand and whatnot, and then, starts talking and asks a billion questions. I'm like, dude, not now. Like let us enjoy this. Anyway, so now we're enjoying it, and now Elliott, who, you know, sometimes there's energy and sometimes you get overwhelmed, and it's totally fine. Now he's again all the way in the back, right? And I'm like, fuck, man, this shit's not happening. So now deep down inside, something emerges, and I come up with an idea. So I go all the way around, and I go all the way around, all the way in the back, like behind the bench press machine with Jibbin, and I tell Jibbin, like, follow me, I have something here. And at this point, I don't really have anything, right? It's like some inner voice is allowing me to act, and I'm just fucking following that inside voice. So I go around the bench press machine to the other side, and there's like 4 people in front of me, and there's right there CT Fletcher, who's about to ask people to take photos with him, like selfies and shit. So now I'm right there's like 4 or 5 people right in front of me, and I know he's about to say, hey, let's take pictures. And at that time, there's like 2,000 people there. So I don't really have too much time to convey that, hey, Elliott's right there, and because CT has no idea Elliott's here, right? He's in the moment, he's caught up. So now I'm there, now I'm waiting. And there's one dude, this like little Chinese guy, who is like just a little bit scared. He's a little bit like hesitating on going up to CT, but he's first in line, and I'm like 4 or 5 people back, and I kind of like massage myself in there, right? So as soon as CT says, all right, let's take photos, right then I go, yo, what up, CT? And like these 4 or 5 people in front of me, they look back and they look at me, and CT's like, hey man. And I'm like, dude, what a nice beard. Like, do you cut your beard yourself? And I literally walked up in front of the line. It was just like this with CT. And he's like, dude, you have a nice beard. And at that time I had this big beard, you know, like the one I used to have. And right there, we're just fucking buddies. And I hug CT, and I hug him, and I'm like in his ear, I go, hey man, Elliott is here. Would you like to see him? Do you want to meet him? And CT's like, what? Elliott Hulse is here? I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm his director of strength. I'm director of Strength Camp. I'm director of strategic partnerships, and I'm his guy. So like, he's here. Want to meet him? So CT's like, fuck yeah, I want to meet him. Yo, Natalie. So Natalie's CT's daughter. Natalie, come here. So this guy is Elliott's dude. I want Elliott to come meet us and spend time with us. And I'm like, oh my God, thank God. And Jibbin's over there like, holy shit, Farhan's doing it. Farhan's doing his thing. And I'm like, yeah. So now I know shit can happen, right? Because shit's happened in the past where things get just messed up and everything goes to ruin. And I know that. I've been in that experience, that situation. So I don't want to blow it. So I tell Natalie, hey Natalie, I know there's a big line. There's like 2,000 people here. Is it okay if I leave Jibbin here to protect our space, because you're busy and you might get carried, you know, you might get like busy. So is it okay if I put Jibbin here and I go get Elliott and we'll just skip the line? Is that okay with you? And Natalie's like, yeah, sure, for sure. We would love to see Elliott. So I'm like, awesome. Jibbin, stay the fuck here. So Jibbin's standing there. I go all the way to Elliott, and I go in and I hug Elliott and I say, Elliott, CT would love to see you right now. And Elliott's super happy, right? And the whole team is happy. Chris, Danny, everyone. And then Josh, and everyone's like nervous, like CT Fletcher, right? So I'm like, okay. So now imagine in your mind, I'm right here in the front walking, Elliott right behind me, then Chris, then Danny, then Josh. And we're all walking, and we literally split everyone, like these fucking 2,000 people in front of us, we split it like the Red Sea. Like I was like Moses here, like just like opens up, and we walk very nicely, straight. And Natalie's there, right? Natalie's there waiting, Jibbin is there, and we walk, because everyone knows it's fucking Elliott Hulse, get the fuck out of the way. So we get there, and then, oh my God, when CT and Elliott saw each other, they hugged each other.
Right here. Oh, okay. I got a moment to be with Mike too. My brother right here, man. My guy right here, man.
other. The Mike Rashid was there. Now they were all in circle. It was so beautiful. And then I was at a certain point, it was me, the Baileys, Elliott, CT, and Mike. I was one of them, bro. I was one of these amazing fucking people. And I was so humbled to be there. I didn't deserve to be there. Like, I'm not supposed to be there, but I was there. And I got there. Why? Because I took that risk. Like, from deep down within my heart, I listened to my inside voice, right? And I'm gonna deconstruct all of the little cognitive things in a later video, in a later stuff I'm gonna do later. Like right now, I want to convey to you the energy of the whole thing. That's what's more important. And I'll show you all the footage of when CT hugged Elliott and Mike, and all this like love that they shared from and to and with each other. I'll show you all that, and you'll see all that, and it's just fucking beautiful. I loved it. And what's even more interesting is that Danny, who's the main video guy, he forgot. He was in the back, so he forgot to video everything, and I saw all that. So I pulled out my phone. Instead of me being there, I filmed everything with my own phone. And then later on, Elliott goes, like, this is way after the fact, Elliott's like, fuck man, I wish we had all that on video. And I knew he was gonna say that. It was a surprise for me. So I looked at Elliott and I said, hey man, I got everything. I got it all. And I'll send it to Danny right away. So I sent it to Danny, they had it, and Elliott loved it, and then I've shown that to you, and I'll show it to you even more. So you see it, how amazing it was and how lovely it was, and just the authenticity of it, the realness of it, the soul of it, allowed me to take the right action. Right? That one moment, you have that one moment where you don't hesitate. And if you see other people hesitating, take advantage, right? Your soul has to be in that game. Because then next time, that Chinese guy, that little boy, he's gonna learn, and he won't hesitate because he saw me doing it, right? So he learns, and that's the competition, right? You have to have so much compassion for the love of what you do that it creates competition amongst you and other people, so we grow as a species together. We grow as a universe, as nature together, so we all win together. So don't think of compassion and competition as two different things. They're actually the same. Competition is there because of compassion. You have to feel compassionate towards other people. When Michael Jordan was making fun of all of the players and making them feel bad, like Kwame Brown, and destroying their ego and destroying their confidence, it's because he has compassion towards winning. Right? He wants to win. He loves winning. So what did he do? He made fun of everyone. He talked trash to everyone. His own players, he did that too. So don't think that people who are super competitive and super aggressive and alpha don't have compassion. That's not true. Don't trick yourself to believe that. So anyway, that's my story of how Elliott met CT, and just deconstructing it, just the risk taking, act in the moment, try to figure out back doors to things. I've done so many of these backdoor things in life. I'm gonna convey to you all those stories, how I got into castles from the back door where they didn't let me in, how I got into backstage at concerts, how I met like different celebrities in the world at like different events, different talks, how I did all that. Getting free shit for no reason. You have to look for back doors. You have to look for the other angles that no one sees. You have to act in the moment. You have to take the risk. You have to have this real compassion. You have to know why you're doing something. That's how you have soul in the game, man. That's how you have soul in the fucking game. This is Farhan. See you soon.